Hey everyone, it's Joelle at Brooklyn Book Doctor. How's it going? I just wanted to stop in and talk a little bit about a couple of books I've been reading lately that I really love. They really inspire me as a writer. And this is really important to me because I spend a lot of time with authors, helping them to structure their book, helping them to get to the root of their idea, which sometimes isn't clear right away, and that's normal, and being very practical about the book writing process. But when I get to read, I like to not be practical at all, if I can help it, because it allows my imagination to be nourished and it gives me a lot of pleasure. In fact, I don't like to read books front to back if I can help it. I like to read around in a book. So I might start in the middle. I might go to the end and read all the acknowledgments and then go back somewhere to the beginning and skip around. And I really find that very satisfying, which is completely different than what I do with clients. I'm always structuring them to have a beginning, middle, end, and to take their readers on a journey. And this is very important. And when the authors that I'm reading are putting together their book, they are definitely thinking about this also. But as a reader, for pleasure, I like to do things out of order. And so one of the books that I've been reading lately for my pleasure reading is a very literary writer named Mary Gaitskill, and it's a book of essays that came out in 2017 called Somebody with a Little Hammer. That's the name of her title essay. And she's a deeply literary writer, which means she really follows the train of her thought in a very permissive way and allows herself to go in a lot of different nooks and crannies and explore things with a lot of depth, which is something you can't do so much in prescriptive nonfiction. That means how-to books or other kinds of more practical nonfiction that are not literary. You can't really do that so much. So one of the things I really love about this book, one of the essays, so the book is a lot of reviews of things, of books, of music, some films, and then there's some personal essays. And one that really blew me away is called Lost Cat, and it's about a kitten that she ends up adopting in Italy and bringing back to the US, and then the cat gets lost before it's a full-grown cat. And it's about her relationship with this cat, about her search for the cat, about her falling in love with it and bringing it back to the US, which is not something she would usually do. And then it gets intertwined with these children she knows. She doesn't have children of her own. So you can see it's like a layered, multi-level story of nurturing something vulnerable and losing it. And it's a very wonderful essay. It's long. It's 50 pages or something like this. Originally published in Granta, which is also amazing that they published such a long piece, which is pretty rare these days. And super amazing that she could keep our interest in this very winding journey she goes on from beginning to end with like tons of amazing insights and quirkiness and even humor, even though it's a little bit of a sad story. So I got to read this and I felt completely absorbed in it, completely satisfied by it, to the point where when I finished, I just couldn't talk to anyone for a while. I just really needed to let this absorb, to sink in. And I felt very satisfied by this reading experience. And this is a really important part of being an author also, is having satisfying reading experiences, because it gives you a sense of what's possible, even if you're not writing a literary book at all. It gives you a sense of pleasure in the craft of writing and the experience of reading. And of course, that's something you want and you want your readers to have also. Thanks for watching. If you thought this was interesting, you like to check me out at brooklynbookdoctor.com. Follow my posts, share me with your friends. I'm going to be opening the Book Proposal Academy in September. It's a long way off, but maybe you've got something in mind that's percolating and you want to just check it out with me. Feel free to get on a call. We can chat about it. Hope you have a great night. Talk to you soon.